everybody. My name is Laura, and I use she, her pronouns.
Hello, my name is Raphael, and I use they, them pronouns.
Hi, everybody. I'm Draza.
Today, we're going to play a really fun activity that we like to call Family Food.
Family Food is a really, really cool activity that we're really excited to introduce you to. What you're going to need is a sense of play, primarily. Use your imagination and get ready to play with us.
This activity works best with more than one person. You can also do it on your own, preferably in your home. You can also do it over Zoom with some loved ones.
So the first thing we want to do is warm up our imaginations. And since this activity is all about food, I want you to think about your very favorite food. What is the one thing that you're craving right now? See it? And when you have it in your mind, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine it's delivered to you on a big plate or a bowl. It's right in front of you. See it. And what color is it? What does it look like? Take a little smell of it. What does it smell like? And how does that smell make you feel? All right, now take a big bite of this food and really taste it in your mouth. What does it feel like in your mouth? Is it hot or cold? Is it really mushy, or is it a little bit jaggedy and rough? Keep chewing it. How does it sound even when you eat it? You might want to take another bite because it's just so good. And as you take another bite, I want you to think about, does it remind you of someone, a person maybe that used to make this for you or that you ate it once with? Does it remind you of a place that maybe you first had it? Where is that place? Or who is that person? And how does that make you feel when you think about that? Great. And maybe you want to take one more final bite because it's just so good. Great. And after that, you're going to take that bowl or plate and move it to the side and open your eyes. Great. That made me really hungry. Rafa, I see you shaking your head. What did you imagine?
I imagined a big plate of spaghetti. My mom and my grandma used the same spaghetti recipe, and it's really bright red sauce, and it's very sweet and very fragrant. And sometimes when I was a kid, they would also cut up hot dogs and put it in the spaghetti. And that was what I imagined.
That is so specific and sounds delicious, actually. All right, Draza, what did you imagine?
There is this bakery near my house that very early in the morning, if you go, you get the freshest baked goods. Some of them are like donutty, but some of them are really flaky, like a croissant. Everything there is good. It's so warm and it feels like home, even though it's a bakery. But after you go there for years, it becomes like your morning breakfast. So
I love your connection to that bakery. Really great. So now that our imaginations are all warmed up, let's take it to the next step. In a moment, you are all going to be waiters in your very own restaurant. So we need to make a restaurant using things in your home. So what kind of restaurant will you be in? We definitely need to find some place for your guests to sit. Maybe it's a table, maybe it's a picnic blanket, but think about where they're going to sit. You might even want to add a few decorations. So what kind of restaurant is it? Does it have a name that you give it? Is it a really fancy, proper restaurant? Or is it more of a cafeteria where people come to hang out? Or is it a tiny little cozy kitchen? Whatever you want, you can make. So pause this video, create your very own restaurant, and then come back to act it out. Great. So I hope you all had fun setting up your very own restaurants in your own space. So just to show you what I have is I took an ottoman and I took a little plant to put it in a nice little centerpiece, and I took some blankets, and I'm gonna have all of my guests sit on the floor and get really chill. I'm gonna put a yoga mat, I put that out, and I'm gonna call my restaurant the Zen Cafe. What about you, Draza?
I've got a place setting here so that people can use their forks and knives, some napkins. I've put a cup here so that people can have their favorite beverage. And my tablecloth is made out of lips because my restaurant is called Tasty.
Love that. Rafa, what about you?
I think I'm gonna call my restaurant the Lily Pad. And I have an ottoman here with a scarf thrown over it for a tablecloth, an aloe plant, and a flamingo planter, and 2 coasters for place settings.
Looks so summery and fun. Great, guys. And now that we're all in our very own restaurants, you need to create your daily special of the day. And everyone's daily special is going to be a sandwich, but it's up to you what kind of sandwich you want to make. But here's the catch. All of your ingredients have to be made of objects in your home. They cannot be actual food that you can eat because we're using our imaginations and it's more fun that way. So in order to make a sandwich, what do we need? We need 2 pieces of bread. So you need to find 2 things in your home that kind of are similar to each other to act as the bread. And then you also need something that can be the filling, the main meat or peanut butter, whatever you like to put in the sandwich. You're gonna find something that you can't eat that you can put in between those 2 things that represent that bread. And then we need something like a topping. So something that could act as lettuce or a tomato or mustard or mayo or hot sauce, something that you could play around, put in the middle. For example, I found some objects. I'm using 2 books as bread. And then inside of my bread, I'm gonna use my dog's toy, which is a toy fish, as my filling, my meat in the middle. But I like a topping. So I took some pieces of some of my socks and I'll throw a little bit of socks in there and I'll squish it down. And voila, I have the special sandwich of the day. So you're gonna do something very similar. Any objects that you find that you have fun with will work for this. All right, you're going to have 2 minutes. We're going to set the time. You come back with your very original homemade sandwich. Ready? Go. And that's time. All right, we made it. I hope you all had fun creating your very own sandwiches from things around your home. So we now need to present these sandwiches to each other. So you're gonna take turns being the waiter. If you're not the waiter, don't worry, you'll be the guest who get to listen about this beautiful sandwich. So when you present your sandwich, I want you to think about this. What is your sandwich's name? Give it a really cool name. And then what makes your sandwich unique? Does it have a special thing that it makes a person feel or do, or does it really tasty? Great, and once you have that, you're going to come up to the table as if you're the waiter and present this amazing sandwich. So Rafa, do you want to play the waiter first?
Yes. Today I am bringing you the amphibian surprise. It comes served on 2 pieces of heavily toasted sourdough. And you'll see the main filling is this sassy frog with a soccer ball alarm clock. And it's also topped with blue scrunchie. And the sandwich is special because when you eat it, it makes you jump really high and run super fast.
Very cool. How about you, Draza? Do you want to play the waiter now?
Yeah, I made a pom-pom surprise. I'm gonna take that word from you, Rafa. Sandwich. It's made out of these trays that I found in my room for bread. This pink pom-pom is a futuristic ingredient from planet Venus, and it makes you really supportive and cheer on everybody around you. It's become a very popular ingredient. And my protein is a vegan substitute made out of a wallet that I found in my room. So you put this together, it's really tasty, and it's free. you can find it at a community fridge around you.
Wow. Well, that sandwich sounds like it makes all of us just better people, and it's free. I'm definitely going to go out and get both of those sandwiches. So you guys, I hope that you had fun introducing your homemade, original, imaginative sandwich to each other. You can continue playing this game, but make new types of foods. So maybe you need to make a dessert, like an ice cream sundae. What might go in that ice cream sundae? Continue playing and continue finding new ways to see your objects in your home. Thank you so much. This was really fun. Bye.